Okay, I thought that the painting Indian Dream, which you see here, I thought it was finished, but it's been sitting on my easel and I've been staring at it and there's just something that kept bothering me. So I got my 6 painting questions to ask when a painting's not working. So I pulled them out and I went through the questions. So I looked at the painting and I first decided what definitely without a doubt in my mind was working. So like her face was totally working, the white feathers around the headdress was totally working, the background sky was totally working. I'm loving the reddish darker colors in the bottom background area. So the thing that stood out to me were her arms. So there's something going on there that is just not pleasing to my eye. So the first question, are they the correct value? I feel like for arms, yes, they are the correct value. So then the next question is, are they the correct color? And I felt the answer to that question was yes as well. Then the third question is, are they the correct chroma? I feel like the answer to that is yes, they were not too overly saturated, they were not too gray. The colors looked good compared to the chest and face area. So question number 4, correct transition. So is the arm showing a roundness? Is it rotating backwards towards the background on the outside and, showing some highlight so that it gives you the illusion of a round object? I felt like the answer to that was yes. And then number 5, correct edges. I really wanted this part of the painting to be loose and not so perfectly rendered, so I felt like those edges that I had were working with the idea I had for the original painting. So yes, the edges are correct. Then number 6, the correct drawing. So if you saw the last video, you noticed that I had corrected her neck, which had to drop the shoulders down. So going through all those steps, then I knew the answer to correct drawing. Yes, it is drawn correctly anatomically. The shoulders are in the correct place and aligned properly with her neck and head. So as I stood back and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I really just think it's got to go back to question number 1, the value. The value is correct for arms, but is the value correct for the overall visual effect of the entire painting? The answer to me is no. So there's the problem. We have a value problem in the arms. I don't want to see them so much. I really want the focus of this painting to be on her face and the beautiful feathers around it. The rest of the elements in the painting should just barely be there. It is a dream-like situation that I'm trying to depict, so I don't want anything too detailed, nothing too hard, especially on the outer lower portions of her body. So with that thought in mind, I knew that I had to make some adjustments. So I went in to Photoshop with the painting and I made these adjustments using my Wacom tablet. So let's see here. First thing I did was I thought, well, let's cover up that shoulder with maybe some type of shawl or blanket that could be thrown over her arm. And then I went ahead and added a little bit more feather to the headdress. So we have some added feathers here and a little bit on the shoulder here just to kind of soften that in. And then I just darkened and made the other arm just kind of lost into the background. Now this of course is drawn with my Wacom tablet in Photoshop, so now let's move on to the actual painting and we'll see how those effects play out. But here, take a look at this. I've pulled it up next to the original. So here on the left you can see the actual painting where it's at now, and here on the right you can see the adjustments that I've made in Photoshop. And now I'm going to mix up my palette and get into actually painting the corrections on the painting. So here we go. Let's do it. I wish I'd known about these questions when I first started painting. So I'd love to give you a free copy. So go to my website, shellyjcox.com. It's going to look like this when you get there. Actually, that's what it'll look like. And then you'll just scroll down and it'll say, yes, I want the free guide to creating better paintings. Click on that and you just pop your email address in there, hit send me the free guide, and your guide will be on the way. Definitely questions that will fix any painting problem that you encounter. They helped me so much, and I hope they help you too. All right, let's fix this painting. I'm going to be using some transparent paints like transparent oxide red, transparent brown, and so I really want to keep some of the background showing through. I don't want to paint solidly over top of everything. My main goal here is to change the value in this area where the shoulder is so brightly painted. If you're getting some value out of the video, give me a thumbs up. And be sure and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I upload a new video, and follow me and come along with me on this journey while I continue to be going through my mentorship. And I'm going to be attending workshops and then coming back and teaching you all the cool stuff that I learn. So I don't want anything too detailed, but I wanted to continue the headdress a little bit over that shoulder because a few of the feathers could have fallen forward. And the idea in my mind is that she has a type of shawl or blanket thrown over her shoulder. But I'm not going to paint any detail because this is a dream, and like I've said before, I don't think people dream in too much detail. And there might be one or two areas of detail, but that's pretty much it. And I want the main focus to stay on her face. I've only got the left shoulder going here and it's already looking so much better, I feel like. I'm having a lot of fun painting in these feathers, and I'm really focusing on mark making. I want each brush stroke to be a little work of art all on its own. With the different mark makings and brush strokes in this area, I want to have a variety of different marks. So here's some little spot type marks. I've had some feather type fan brush marks, some full flat brush stroke marks, and I think that helps to have the variety like that. All right, moving over to that right side. And one of the things I wanted to do here is bring the headdress feathers down a little bit lower. And I think that's just going to balance out the composition nicely. Now that we've got those feathers elongated a little bit, I'm going to darken up this right arm. So keeping with the Photoshop example we did on the computer, I think that's going to round everything out and make her look perfect. And I'm keeping the transparency going, so I'm just building up some of my colors and changing the value slowly. It's really great having the ability to test out my theory in Photoshop before actually putting brush to canvas. It just makes a lot of the fear go away. And since the fear is gone, all I have to do now is have fun and make really cool brush strokes and marks. You can see here how it's really starting to shape up. I hope you guys take the time to go grab those 6 painting questions from my website. They are awesome questions and they will really give you some help when you need it. If you feel stuck, you're not sure what to fix in a painting, they will help. I love where we've gotten it to so far, but I just want to add an element of interest. So I'm going to put a little paint on this roller. It's like a rubber roller, and just kind of push that through the area that I was working on. I want it to look random and messy and nothing specific, just colors and shapes. As long as I stay within the right value, pretty much anything goes. Now I feel like I need to just break up some of those blobs of paint a little bit. So I'm going to take the end of my paintbrush, the wooden end, and just kind of scratch through it a little bit. It makes a really cool effect, and especially since I had that underpainting, so where I'm scratching through, it'll leave a bit of the underpainting. And voila, there she is, finished. Indian Dream, the final version. Seriously, final, done. Not messing with her any longer. Finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.